Also, I see people begging people to stay in their life. You really want someone in your life that you have to beg for? No, thank you. And if you're really fighting for someone to stay, don't you value and respect yourself enough to just let them go? I know that divorce is really hard, and I know that sitting in the loneliness is really hard, but it's way better than begging and pleading for someone to see your worth and your value. You are worth so much more than that, and I hope you see that. So from one heartbreak to another, I see you and I love you.
Observing how well contemporary women control their emotions and pretend not to care about jealousy and divorce is intriguing. Their ability to remain composed under any situation is astounding. They present an appearance of normalcy. How phony these contemporary women are. Let us explore the other aspect of contemporary women's lives, wherein they experience a need for a partnership and struggle with regrets regarding prior choices. Many women manage internal difficulties resulting from a need for companionship and the consequences of decisions made along the way, even though they present an air of calmness.
Everyone always prepares you that whenever you're going through a divorce, losing your husband or wife, you go through a grieving process, grieving for the loss of your marriage, the loss of your hopes and dreams together. But one thing that they really don't prepare you for is the loss of a friend, the loss of your best friend, the person that you always wanted to tell your day and to tell, your small wins and your small victories. And I wasn't prepared for that. I wasn't prepared for feeling that way, even when you're not together and haven't been together, just having that desire.
Is there anyone out there in TikTok land that can tell me what you're supposed to do with your life when you've been in a relationship for 20 plus years with the same person? You have children, you have, built a life together, and then all of a sudden that life is no longer. What are you supposed to do with your life? Like, I work, I'm a registered nurse, I have a career, I guess. I have hobbies. I have, a house. I have all the things that I guess you need to live the life, but I don't know how. I don't, do you date other people? Do you sort of, I just don't know. I want to focus on myself. I want to be happy. I want to heal from this whole process that I've been in. But I also want to live life. I also want to have fun. I don't want it to be all about being miserable and feeling sad and just going through the motions of life because my relationship, my marriage broke down. I just don't want to do that anymore. I want to be happy. I want to move on, and I want to just find joy in life again.
The woman's voice bears the weight of her experiences as she speaks in a solemn yet thoughtful manner. She begins by exploring the regrets that frequently follow a divorce and expressing the agony of separating from a past relationship. She describes the intense loneliness and sense of loss she had at the breakup of her marriage, which went beyond the breakup of the marriage. The friendship that frequently occurs within a marriage is one of the most important losses she draws attention to. Marriages frequently foster close friendship, common experiences, and a sense of togetherness in addition to passionate love. This link is broken by divorce, leaving a hole that is challenging to fill. The woman talks about how she misses the straightforward pleasures of friendship and the comfort of having someone to share her thoughts and experiences with.
I'm honestly really sad right now, if you can tell. That's the weirdest thing about grief is didn't cry for 2 days, was good for 2 days, and now I'm by myself, and it's just the hurricane, it's here again, it's the tsunami is back. It's just so hard, and I'm frustrated because I got my whole world got disheveled, and I feel like he has moved on, and he is healed and moved on and doesn't care about me, which I don't want him to come back into my life, but it still just sucks, you know? I can't imagine, you know, thank you guys for sharing stuff, like stories that you've gotten through this and it's been however many years, because I could not imagine that. I can't imagine being with someone for a really long time and going through this, you know? Sorry if you can hear my cat literally playing in the background. Like, I was only with him for 4.5 years, 1 year married. I could not imagine, though, being with him for longer and this happening, but it's just so sad sometimes, and it's like so hard to have to learn how to do life by yourself again. Like, you know, you don't have that person to call all the time or that best friend to go do things with. And that's what scares me. I've never truly been alone and worked on myself, and I'm terrified of it. Not me crying on the internet more, but I just want to share all of it, the good and the bad, you know, so that I have this to look on a year from now and know that I did heal, but also to help anybody else who's going through heartbreak. Like, heartbreak sucks. It sucks so bad. You like physically feel the pain, emotionally, mentally, everything. And again, I had 2 really, really good days. Did not cry at all those 2 days. And then, you know, as soon as I'm by myself, or as soon as, you know, I do something or something triggers me, it just all comes flooding back. And like, it's just a lot. Grief sucks. This whole thing sucks so bad. And I'm literally praying and thinking about anybody else going through a divorce or a really bad heartbreak, because this shit sucks.
There are some crucial things that people don't talk about after you go through a divorce. The fact that the quietness and the emptiness in your home when you don't have your spouse or your children is deafening. You have to really get comfortable with being alone, and it's very uncomfortable. You quickly realize that you are now the center stage of all conversation in your friend group, because you're now living this wild and fun life because you're no longer attached to anybody. And I don't know about you, but I spent a lot of my time crying and eating pizza and drinking wine in the bathtub. Being single is glamorized in today's society, and people are saying, yes, good for being single, and you should really, really just enjoy it. It's so freeing. When really you lost your purpose because you've been supporting this person for X amount of years and supporting their aspirations and their goals and their dreams and their desires, and you lost yourself along the way. So now it's beautiful. You get to find yourself, but it's hard to sit in that and be like, oh, who the f am I? So maybe be a little bit more gentle on the single people in your life.
I get asked a lot, what was one of your biggest failures in your own divorce that you wish other people would know? And it's very easy. I spent months, and I mean months, worrying about saying the words, I want a divorce. I worried how he was going to take it. I worried how he was going to feel. I was worried about his reaction, his immediate reaction only. And I worked so hard at having the courage to say, I want a divorce. We need to separate. I spent so much time and energy on that. What I did not spend a lot of time and energy on was preparing myself for what was going to happen the next day and the next day and the next day. I did not think past that moment. I said those words without being prepared. I said those words without being educated. I said those words without having a fucking plan B through Z. I only thought about just saying the words, and that's it. That was my favorite.
Hey, peace. What's up? All right. I divorced my husband. Why did I divorce my husband? I divorced my husband because I was making a certain amount of money. I divorced my husband because I thought I didn't need him anymore. I divorced my husband because I had this senior position at work and thought I held the same position at home. I divorced my husband because I thought I was better than him because I had my degree now. I divorced my husband because I thought a successful marriage meant I was here and he was down here. That is not success. That's fucking sickness. I found myself divorced and out there looking for love in all the wrong places. Fucking this one and that one and that one and that one and this one and that one. And my body count going up and my value going down. I'm just going to call it like a TI is. All the while, my husband done found somebody else building a relationship and building a life with them.
It depresses me to see contemporary women make predictions about their feelings following a divorce, yet ignore their own personal development. Their abrupt repentance appears premeditated, intended to elicit pity and damage men's reputations. But these strategies are out of style now that guys are aware of them. These attempts to place blame and look for approval don't make a difference in the lives of people. What's really unfortunate is how little effort was put into bettering oneself prior to divorce. Rather than emphasizing growth and creating more positive relationships, some turn to demonizing their ex-partners. This is not the way to promote true healing and growth. Rather, it just feeds the cycle of resentment and bitterness. And that concludes today's discussion on MGTOW voice. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on future videos. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next video.